All right, welcome America, welcome Taylor Swift. We are today going to do one problem. This concept is really difficult in pre-calculus every single year, so I'm going to record this and refer you back to this video later in the year when you ask me this question. So, on this worksheet, which I will attach to this video, we are doing the graph of function classwork worksheet. Here's the graph, and there were a bunch of questions, and now we're on letter F, where it says, where is the graph of g of x, and this is g of x, greater than 0. So we're going to talk about what that means, and sometimes you might get a question that says, where is g of x less than 0? Or you might have a question that says, where is g of x greater than or equal to 0, or less than or equal to 0? And we kind of have to go through those. It's kind of a difficult concept. So I've got a highlighter on here, right? So let's see if I can't use that. So g of x is, you can think of that as y. Where are the y values in this graph greater than 0? That's all it's asking. So here's the y-axis, right? As we go up the y-axis, those are all positive values. And down here, the y-axis, these are all negative values. So where are the y values on this graph greater than 0? And that's all above. How do I make this thicker? I don't know how to make it thicker. Jane, right now. There we go. There we go. Up here. That is where, that is the part of the graph we need to say. And they're asking for in terms of x values. So where are the x values from here to here? Those are all points on our graph where the y values are greater than 0. And then all these are y values less than 0. Now we've got positive y values again from here, including that point. These are all positive values. Oh. Oh my gosh, y'all. I snot. Okay, pretend like that's not there. Okay, so here, and it's including that value, and then it's continuing up. So really all we have to do is cut the domain from negative infinity up to 10. We'll talk about that point in just a second. From negative infinity to 10, and then from 5, all these values are, I think it says, did it say greater than or equal to?
Greater than.
Okay, it's greater than. Ooh, that's an issue. So at each of these points, this is just really not sensitive. What is happening here? Change pace. These points right here on the graph, those are where g of x is equal to 0. And this particular problem is asking, I don't know why this went away, but somehow it went away. Where is g of x greater than 0? So we've got from negative infinity up to 10. Now what happens at 10? From negative infinity up to 10, well, all of a sudden, g of x at 10 equals 0. We want to know where g of x is greater than 0, not greater than or equal to 0. So we're not going to include that point. And the way we show that is with a parentheses around the 10. Are you with me? Okay, so now all these values from negative 10, from x values at negative 10 up to negative 5, those are all y values that are less than 0. So none of those are going to be we need. Okay? So now we get to the 5, and we see now we again have y values that are positive from 5 to 0. Are you with me? These are all positive. Okay? But as soon as we get to the 0, we have another point we can't include, because that's where g of x is equal to 0. So we've got in union with negative 5 to 5. I'm running out of room, so I'll write this is, I don't like this, but it's okay. In union with 5.
Wait, Miss Helbig, why is it -5? I thought those didn't count, it would be equal to.
Did I leave out the 0?
Or
I
why
did.
isn't the 10 negative on the first one?
Okay, that's the top. You choose that.
Obviously.
It is. You're right. It is. Thank you. In union with 0 to 5, and then let's look at all this. 5 to infinity. Technically, you could do -5 to 5. I asked a calculus teacher about that a while ago, and she said that was fine because of this 0, 0, but we're just gonna do it one way. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. We've got -infinity to -10. You guys are right, that's a -10. We're not including that -10 because at -10, the x value -10, g of x equals 0. Again, we have negative y values here, and we're looking for positive y values. And then now we again have positive y values. Here, g of x equals 0. So we cut out that point, 0, 0. And then from 0 to 5, those are all, again, positive values. G of x is greater than 0 there, but not at 5. So we cut out the 5, and these are all positive y values. If the question said in a different color, let's do g of x is less than 0. We would need this interval, and that's it. All those points, if I were to make an XY chart, would have a negative y value, right? So it would be, you know, whatever the x value is, -9, and then I'm just guessing, what does that point look like? Maybe like is -2-ish, and then -8 is -4. See how all the y values that we're plotting are less than 0. So we would just need this interval. And if the question said greater than or equal to 0, or greater or less than or equal to 0, then the only difference is we would include the points where g of x equals 0 as well, and we'd put the bracket. Kelsey.
So when the question's saying that y is greater than 0, why do the y values on the answer, like -10 and 0, why are they on there when they are less than 0?
Say that again.
Like, why are the first two a part of the answer when the y values are less than 0? They're not greater than 0.
Which two? Are you talking about this interval right here?
That one and then the other one. So it's like -10. That
These are x values. So this is like a domain. So I wish I had a ruler in here. It's from -infinity up to -10. From here to here, the graph is above the x-axis.
Oh, okay. I know.
From here to here, the graph is above the x-axis. From here to here, the graph is above the x-axis. From here to here, the graph is above the x-axis. From here to here, the graph is below the x-axis. That's where g of x is less than 0.
That makes a lot more sense. Thank you.
Yup.
Perfect.
Anything else? Going once, going twice. All right. Peace out.